Hey, what's up? It's your boy Michael Godchild of Godchild Sound Studios. And today I want to talk about my AWS, SSL AWS mixing console, analog mixing console, and why I chose this particular mixing console and what are the things that I really enjoy about it. What are some of the cons? Because there are some cons. But yeah, I just want to talk about the SSL AWS 900 now. The 900 is the first edition of AWS. AWS stands for Analog Workstation. Um, the thing that I really love about this particular board is its sound, because at the end of the day, what we're in the business of is sound. And if it doesn't matter how something looks, it doesn't matter how many people uses a certain piece of gear, if it does not sound good to us or whatever, then it's pointless. So the thing that I love the most about the SSL AWS is its sound. I love its sound. Secondarily, what I love about it is its ease in working. There's something to be said about being able to, manipulate things with your hands while you're mixing, as opposed to just using the mouse. There's something to be said. Now, all of my mouse users, please don't feel like I'm throwing shade or disregarding the fact that you have to use your mouse. For many years, that's all I used was a mouse, and came out with some great results. So I'm not throwing shade on the mouse because it's essential. Even with an AWS, even with the mixing analog board, you're still going to eventually use that mouse. So I'm not throwing shade, but I'm just simply stating that it's easier to work for me, when I can just push a fader up, pull a fader down, solo something, unsolo, and do things a lot quicker. As it pertains to EQ, the AWS is immaculate. The SSL EQs are immaculate in that they sound really good. They sound really good. I really enjoy the top end when you're boosting something in the top end area of the EQ. It sounds amazing. It does not sound harsh unless you're pushing it for that. And so the ease of just going to and reaching forward and just EQing something, and setting it in his right. I mean, you can't replace that. Another real great value about the AWS is the compression. Its compression is really good. We have the mixed bus compressor over to the right. That is the best compressor for the mixed bus that I've ever used. I've used a lot of plugins, and they sound great as well. I just favor and prefer this one. What led me to getting the SSL AWS is I just wanted it. But I did work with the SSL Big Six, and working with that and hearing that SSL sound, I wanted more. I just wanted more. The Big Six is wonderful. All my Big Six users out there, shouts out to you. I wanted more. I didn't have the Big Six. I had the six, the SSL 6, but I wanted more. And when I used the compressor, I wanted more compression. I wanted more EQ control, and so that led me to a bigger board that I just love. I love its sound. Okay, those are the pros. What are some more pros to working with the SSL? The panorama, the wide field of the sound sounds great. What is some of the cons? One of the cons of working with the SSL AWS is also a pro, and that is everything is hands on. And so I get it. I understand those people who once mixed on an analog mixer, but they now no longer mix that way because it is very physical. You're always reaching, you're always pulling, you're always, doing something that is very physical as opposed to sitting there with your mouse and you're finding tracks and you're isolating tracks and you're muting and soloing based on a click of a button. But no, this, you're actually, everything that is going to be done, you're doing it physically. And so that's both a pro, but it's also a con because it can get tiring. And I think that that's why many people that mix on these boards, they try to mix really fast because it can get tiring, just keep pulling, keep turning, keep, doing those things over and over again. So that's, I would say, the one of the cons. Another con is, though you can use more than one DAW with this board, like this particular board, you can have it routed to 2 different DAWs at the same time, but you really have to mix one mix at a time. Now it has total recall. It has total recall, but even in that, you have to, reset the board according to the total recall function. So it's, for me, easier to just let me do one song at a time. So that could be a con to some people. Some people could say, no, I want to mix multiple things. Me, even when I was mixing solely in the box, I always mixed one mix at a time. I didn't do multiple mixes and all that kind of stuff. Recalls, I haven't run into a real issue with recalls because for one, I print stems. 2, I do use the total recall function on this particular board, which is spectacular. And so those would be some of the cons, but I feel like the pros far outweigh the cons. I'm not here to settle the argument or even to enter into the argument of which is better, analog or digital, because I feel like it's a pointless argument, because though I'm mixing in the analog world, I'm also mixing in the digital world. The two are married together, and so it's hybrid mixing. So I'm not here to try to make analog better than digital. I would say I prefer mixing the way that I mix on my SSL AWS. And so, yeah, this is your boy Godchild of Godchild Sound Studios. Please look me up on Instagram. It's Godchild_sound_studio. And come on, follow me. And I'm a new kid on the block. And hopefully I'll be doing some more mixes and showing you my process and getting your critiques. And we both will grow together. You all take care. It's your boy saying stay up.